So I was scrolling through Instagram while I was dying of an unknown ailment, and I saw this post that said the last two video games you played have been combined. And that's like, your new world and you're the main character. What does Valorant and Star Stable even create? This is the fifth episode of my SSO Restart series, so if you haven't seen the first four, I will have them linked down in the description as well as right up here for you. And listen, I do apologize for being gone for literally 2 weeks straight, but like everything that could go wrong was going wrong in existence. The first week, my editing software just wasn't. She said no. Absolutely no. And then for the second week, I was sick for so long. I think I got sick on like Saturday or something, and then I didn't start feeling better until like literally the weekend. So like for about a week straight, I was literally dying, and it was not a fun time whatsoever. I didn't even know that Pop Tart, my boyfriend, had posted to my community page on YouTube. So I was laughing for quite a while after I read what he said. He did in fact ban me from working. I kept saying, I'm just like, oh my gosh, no, I need to get on, I need to record, I need to edit, I need to do this, I need to do that. And he's like, no. He literally took away my computer privileges and my work privileges, and it was kind of mean, but you know what? It is what it is. I probably needed to like just stop functioning and take a break. Someone commented on one of my videos something that's a huge spoiler, and I really need to know what it is. Like, I am in desperate need of this information, and as much as I really want to go over and do, because it would be the main quest, is what I would have to follow, I'm getting way too far away from these mall quests. Like, this needs to be done very soon. But then again, for the way this is all set up, technically speaking, I need to do all the Silverglade quests first. But here's the other issue. Let me just get out of this mode. Here's the other issue. I'm level 6. I'm almost level 7. Okay, not almost, but like 700 out of 2000. I'm pretty much almost level 7. I know I'll get to level 7 by the end of this episode. And the thing about getting to level 7 is I'll get a text from James, and James will want me to go over, and I'll basically start unlocking the South Hoof Peninsula. So I'm a little bit torn because my original plan was to do the mall quests that would probably get me to level, 7 pretty quickly. And then I was gonna do James quests and go over to South of Peninsula and start unlocking that area. But the thing is I technically just unlocked Silverglade, so I kind of want to like meander around Silverglade a little bit more. And with this being way down here, I think it's okay. So I think we're literally gonna, besides a way over the water is to unlock Jarlaheim, and I don't actually know when I'm gonna do that. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to Silverglade. Oh, wait. Hold on. This shirt that I am wearing, I'm extremely upset. So it was for sale in the global store when I was attempting to change my outfit. Right here. Literally 1 Jorvik shilling. It says, Druid Farrier jacket. Conrad gave you this jacket as it's a little too small for him. The label says, hand sewn by Farah. So I think I missed something. Like they definitely updated his little blacksmith building thing going on here. And then they added this little store, and this little store has a bunch of horseshoes for sale in it that you can unlock at different levels. I did get these ones because I was tired of being really slow, so I'm trying to like put on the best tack and everything. But they have a little store now, and then his little house got updated, and I'm like 99% sure that there's quests here that I missed. And I have a small complaint about this. If new quests are added, I genuinely don't care where. I don't care where. It could have been like a starter quest. Everyone should be able to go back and do it. It should just be available. If there's a new quest added, it should just be available, regardless of your level or how far you've progressed in the game. Now, I'm not saying that I absolutely definitely missed out on something, because I don't know, because I'm still missing the horseshoes that he makes you. So maybe I'll get this jacket then too. I bought it anyways. It was only 1 Jorvik shilling, don't judge me. Anyways, even his little anvil is updated, and he's got a bucket He had that bucket before, but it's an updated bucket. Okay, anyways. So I'm not saying that I actually did miss out on anything, but I just have a sneaky suspicion that there's no more quests with Conrad Marsden, and that I missed, like, actually receiving this jacket and whatever type of quest he was, like, putting it through. I have a sneaky suspicion that this is a jacket that you get as a reward after finishing, like, kind of like the first, basically the quests with him that I've already done. I think that might be, like, a reward for that. But I'm still really hoping that I'll eventually get my handmade horseshoes. But I'm worried I won't because of this store and this store alone, because at level 14 you get horseshoes or are able to buy horseshoes. I don't think they're as good. I'd have to check. I don't think they're as good. I'm pretty sure it's 3 and 4s are on. So maybe I do still get them. I don't know, but he's not talking to me, so I'm gonna need him to give me my horseshoes, because he said he's making them. He told me he would make them, and he hasn't said anything since, so I'm pretty upset at him. But I do like this little update. I do like this jacket. I don't know what is their thing with green and blue, but all like the new player tack or whatever is all green and blue. But anyways, yeah, it's cute. And it makes more sense that we'd be able to go here and buy horseshoes. So, there, yeah, anyways. With that said, now I can meander off. What was I gonna do? What did I decide on? I think I decided on actually going through the Silverglade quest. And the way that I'll do this is, basically I'll just follow these in order down, skipping away over the water, and maybe I'll skip the Silverglade clock as well until I do this. I'm definitely gonna hit level 7 and then, like, completely ignore the South of Peninsula until further notice, because I feel like I should unlock Jarlaheim before I unlock the South of Peninsula. I think everything just kind of moves a little bit too quickly sometimes, and the game just doesn't know. I'm trying to do everything in order and however, like, the game, you know, wants you to follow everything. But anyways, I thought I actually already started the story quests here. I guess not. That's fine. Anyways, but yeah, we'll do flowers for the store, and I need more wool, and we'll move on from there. You know what? I've been thinking that my store might use a little cheering up, especially in the back room. Do you think that you could pick some of those beautiful spring flowers that grow just outside the village? 5 would be just enough, I think. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm, like, kind of recording this, like, in real time, I guess, you would think I would have already had this episode recorded, right? Because I was supposed to upload 2 weeks ago. The reason why I'm able to, like, still record this and nothing is, you know, messed up is because I am so thankful that this happened, just because I can't afford to mess up on this series. Like, I can't afford to, like, it not record my voice, which I'm really paranoid that it's not doing right now. I can't afford for it to not, you know, be recording or whatever, because you only get one chance. You can't, like, oh, I guess that's all the flowers that I need. You can't, like, go back, and I can't re-record this series. If I mess up, it's gone forever. Like, there's no, I'd have to make a new account and just, like, try to get back to where I was and continue it that way, which would probably be my solution. But, I mean, it would suck, but it would probably be my solution. But because, like, you know, you only get one chance. You only play through it once. So, but I was lucky enough that my recording software took a crap on me when I was actually editing the part 2 of My Boyfriend Plays SSO, which is also why that has been delayed, by the way. I just couldn't get it to work. That's why it was delayed. I do apologize about that, by the way. And even better, the universe just does not want me to get this video out because my boyfriend's microphone is freaking broken. And all we have left is to record the intro and outro, which I think I might just have him stand at my computer. But it sucks because I still want him to be at his and being able to, like, control his oars. Otherwise, we're just going to be standing there, just staring at you menacingly. Okay, because I'll have to record his voice at my computer. But I think we also might be able to get his microphone working. Anyways, I'm not gonna say anymore when that video is gonna be out, because I don't know. Everything is just not working out for me thus far. But anyways, that's actually why I'm recording the next episode to this series now instead of a couple weeks ago, because if my my editing software was broken, so I was like, okay, well, I'll wait to record, because I like to record after the Wednesday update, so I'm not going to record early if I can't upload early. So if I record after the Wednesday updates, then I can catch the updates they're pushing out for the quests and whatnot. I don't know if literally any of that made sense, but that's how I'm able to, like, kind of record this. Like, what would have been, I don't know, it's like Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So this is going up on Friday, or, like, I guess today for you if you're watching it on Friday. Anyways, this was recorded Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. Okay. And it will go up Friday, July 26th, 2024. So, anyways, yeah, I was supposed to record this a couple weeks ago, but my recording software decided to die, and so I just decided not to record until I could get my recording software working. And part 2 to my boyfriend playing SSO has just kind of been the guinea pig since everything started breaking. So, also, oh my gosh, Lost Rain blinks separately. He doesn't blink at the same time. Wait. He doesn't blink. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on. Hello, Felix. Great, great, great. Love it. I will put them in a vase and have them in the back room to cheer me up. Oh, what do you have for me now? While the cat's away? I don't know what that means. We'll go talk to Daxton, I think. Well, I'll at least see what he has to say. I'm gonna read this and everything because I've made this mistake literally in the last episode where I decided like, oh, I'll just see what he has to say and then cancel the quest, and they didn't give me the option to cancel the quest. So, see, those are the kind of mistakes I can't afford. So I'm actually gonna read this, and if it's not interesting, then it'll just be cut out, but anyways. So I already know that that needs to wait because I don't believe I've met Steve first, and I need to meet Steve first. That's like what I'm talking about, the kind of order I need to do stuff in. I literally have it in the back of my head that there is a hidden quest I need to do before I can even go to Firgrove, because that hidden quest is how you meet Felicity. I think. Am I wrong about that? I guess I could be wrong about that, because it is like a riddle. I don't know. Anyways. Vendella, how are you? Now that you're here, perhaps you could do me a favor. After this harsh winter, see, here's the thing. See, I haven't even met Daxton. And I don't think I ever meet Daxton. The thing is there's some quests missing, because when you first unlock Silverglade, this quest is put on a day timer. So this is what irritates me. I have no way of meeting Daxton, like, officially. I just kind of talk to him randomly, and he just so happens to know who I am. Maybe, I don't know. That's actually a little bit creepy, but anyways. Vendella, how are you? Now that you're here, perhaps you could do me a favor. After this harsh winter, I need to make a lot of warm jackets for people. You see, I'm out of wool at the moment, and as a tailor, I rely on wool to make fabric and thread to make clothes. You should be able to get some more wool from the shepherd Landon. Please run this errand for me, will you? Yeah, this all sucks, because I know there are some quests missing, and I don't remember which ones, but I know for a fact some quests are missing. Oh my gosh, they fixed it. There's no little signs sticking out of the ground anymore. Once upon a time, and for quite a while actually, before you did this, like, quest where you do, like, the bunny race and everything, there was, like, this little, you know, the top of the race boards? I should go find one so I can actually show you, but I won't. Anyways, the top of the race boards got, like a blue, I think it's a ribbon. I don't think I've ever actually paid attention. But anyways, it sticks up out of the ground, like, roughly right here. And it was very irritating, but they finally got rid of it, so I'm very proud of them, to be honest. Well, hello. What? You've come for wool? Oh, I'm afraid I will have to disappoint you. I haven't had time to shear the sheep yet. I've been too busy watching over them. I'm awfully afraid they'll run away, you see, and that would be such a tragedy, don't you think? I couldn't stand losing another one of them. If it's very important, I could of course lend you some sheep shears so you can shear the wool yourself. Would that work for you? Yes, you are a feisty young lady, I might say. Here you go then. Take these sheep shears and cut off as much wool as you want. Nice work. Perhaps you should consider becoming a sheep farmer yourself someday. I work for the Baroness of Silverglade. Do you know her? No? Okay, I guess you will meet her soon and probably start working for her like everybody else around here. That sounds comforting. But anyways, I guess now you know. I didn't actually know this. Do these quests before you continue on with the story quests. So, yeah, because we should, if I had continued on with the Silverglade quests, or the main quests, I would know the Baroness, so therefore this quest actually wouldn't make any sense. So, anyways, I don't know what else he wants from me. Oh, wool for the... Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Say hello to Daxton for me, will you? Now I gotta get back to watching the sheep. One almost got away just now. Oh, poor Landon. Okay. Beautiful. Looks like this wool has been cut off by a true professional and the sheep look great. See, that's like, nothing comes up after that. Yeah, nothing comes up after that. So, I don't know. This quest is just a little bit random. I remember having to bring him like dye and stuff too. In fact, I'm pretty sure the reason why you're supposed to do these quests first is because they were originally the quests you did first. Like when you first got to Silverglade, you talked to the councilman and then something happened and then you actually talked to Daxton. And then after talking to Daxton is actually when the quest with, his name is Harold, I think, became available. So, but I am gonna talk to Felix one more time. I can't think of any quest that actually introduces me to Steve. I don't believe so. So we're just gonna talk to Felix and then we'll talk to Harold and then just kind of go from there. I do know a daytimer is gonna cut me off in the middle of these story quests, by the way, so that's gonna be absolutely tragic, but I am recording a couple days early, so technically I could just, my gosh, basically record half the video today and then half the video tomorrow, but I don't necessarily want to do that because if there's a daytimer, that means it takes the NPC, like, you know, a day to like do something and then I should just come back the next day, and I'm kind of following this in a way where it's what my character would do in a day if this was all real, so I don't know. I'll figure it out once I get there. Steve asked me to lend him my mousetrap. Since his cat disappeared, he and his horses have had some kind of mouse problem. I don't have time to take them there myself, so could you do that for me, please? Here are the mousetraps. Steve lives at the farm just southeast of Silverglade Village. Okay, so this is actually the quest where you meet Steve, because he tells you where Steve is. Okay, so perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I don't think it really matters if you talk to Daxton before Felix. I don't know. It's fine. Great. My mousetraps. Thanks. By the way, did you hear that my cat ran away? If you see him around, bring him back to me if you can. There's a reward in it if you find him. Am I actually supposed to look for the cat? Is that something I'm not aware of? That'd be cute. Like, if you just, but there's so many cats around. Like, there's literally one. Okay, well, there was one oh, wait, no, there he is. See, there's so many kitties. So many kitties. Okay, anyways. What else does he have? We'll just continue on with Steve's quest here. The cat substitute. Okay, buddy, I've got the mouse traps, but as you can see, I'm very busy and can't put them out myself right now. Maybe you could help me, please, before the mice eat up the entire farm. Take these and spread them out in different places. Okay, so yeah, we'll just, normally I will grab quests at the same time, but we'll just do these separately. This is a little bit random, but I also wanted to touch on the sounds of the game. I think in the last episode I was not happy, okay? The new sounds of like the horse running and everything was actually irritating me quite a bit because it just didn't sound realistic enough. And I did have somebody comment that it sounds realistic coming from an equestrian, but I've ridden horses. I grew up riding horses my entire childhood, and I'm gonna have to disagree with you. It does not sound like it at all, in my personal opinion. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But to me, it doesn't sound realistic at all. But I don't think, like, realism is necessarily, like, an issue here, because this is obviously not a realistic game at all. The only thing about it that was bothering me was the muffled parts. But the more that I have ran around and just done, you know, random stuff on across my accounts, the more I've kind of I've gotten used to it. I do actually like it. And also I discovered that the water sounds are back, and that makes me happy. I love the water sounds. I could not figure out why on earth they were missing this entire time. I guess it's because they were updating the sounds. But yeah, it's kind of grown on me. I don't mind the sounds anymore, and I do like the subtle switches, depending if you're running on grass, dirt, pavement, or, you know, whatever you're running on, whatever, you know, it changes. And I like that. I like it a lot. And it also translates to the jumping sounds too, which is pretty nice. They need to be unmuffled. That's still an issue, but they're nice. Once you get used to them, they're pretty nifty. I also had somebody comment that if I'm using headphones, it sounds better. I do use headphones, really nice ones actually. That actually could be the problem. The problem could be my headphones, but not in the way that you're thinking. Just the type of headphones they are and the type of sound quality they're supposed to pick up on and be able to translate, I guess. I don't know how to use words, okay? I never said I did. But anyways, could actually be what's bothering me about it, and I may be talking about something and y'all are just what are you even talking about? It doesn't sound like that, but for me it might. Because I know on my boyfriend's computer, he's got open back headphones that are kind of studio grade headphones, and everything sounds awful to me on his computer. I can't play Valorant on his computer because everything just sounds way too sharp and way too much. So it could actually be my headphones, and that's where I'm getting the sound issue from. But anyways, that's all was kind of random and a little bit pointless, but I just wanted to like touch on it a little bit and to let you guys know I don't mind the sounds anymore. Nicely done, girl. I don't understand where the mice are coming from. During the night I can hear strange sounds from underground. I wonder if GED are drilling the island of Jorvik from the inside out. Now we just need something to use as bait. My friend at the mill, Will the Millman, has plenty of cheese in storage. Maybe you can ask him for some old cheese that we can use as bait. He lives near the windmill north of here. You can't miss it. Okay, yeah, that I can confirm. Definitely do all of these quests before you start the story quest here in Silverglade. And I know this because I did just go through all of this with my boyfriend when I was filming the oh my gosh, what, ma'am, your tail is just in the air. Are you all right? My goodness. By the way, let me know if you want me to keep the bug counter going. I didn't include it in episode 4, and I probably won't include it in this episode. If you do want me to keep it going, I'll just rewatch those and count the bugs and then update a counter on episode 6. But I was kind of just for a bit for the one video, but I just wonder if you guys want me to keep doing it. And if you do, I will. But also, don't take it as a way to treat the game negatively. That was not the point of that at all. The point was, is while I was recording, I just ran into so many broken things, and I talk about what I'm like experiencing in the game in the moment, and so it's pretty much all I was talking about the entire time. So I just added a little bug counter because I thought it would be kind of, I don't know, nifty or whatever. But anyways, speaking of those bug counters, by the way, there were a couple of people who were pointing out a couple of bugs. I won't add or remove anything because I have a reason for what I was counting as a bug and what I wasn't counting as a bug, because some things are placement issues, some things are bugs. So some things are actually wrong with the code itself, and some things are where the code is broken, and where the code is broken is where it becomes classified as a bug. Where the code is just wrong, it just means it was programmed wrong, and that's not a bug, that's just a mistake. So for example, that cow's tail being up is definitely a bug, because that would mean that the code's broken. No one put the cow's tail in that direction. It's just the code's broken somewhere for that specific cow, and so the cow is coming up how they would have it in their design software when they were painting and 3D modeling that cow. But for like a bug, have I ran into anything in this episode yet? I don't think I have, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Or not for a bug, but for a placement issue. Placement issue. Yes, what I was talking about down at Landon's, this is what I was talking about, was this little blue ribbon was sticking out above the ground. That's a placement issue. So yeah, that's kind of the difference. So like the earrings not being close enough to those girls' ears at the championships, that's a placement issue, not necessarily a bug. But there was one thing that I counted as a bug that I realized after I was thinking about this actually isn't a bug, and that would be tokens. Token number 8 for the first chapter is like just sitting in midair. That's not a bug, because the reason why he's like that is because he was placed on top of a fence and that fence is no longer there. So that's actually a placement issue. Anyways, sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but I feel like I've been gone for so long and haven't been talking about so many things that it's all just coming out at once. So anyways, okay. Steve has problems with mice at his farm. I see. Well, I don't want to hurt the cute little animals. Let me think about what we can do to solve this. Give me a second and talk to me again in a while. Should I actually like leave and go do something else while he thinks? I guess I could, technically. Nah. But if you did want to do it that way, the way I would just go talk to Steve again and do this quest, ask for bird feed, but I'll just continue on. Here, I have some cheese. My smelliest cheese ever. This will do the trick, but Steve will never understand why. You see, the cheese stinks so bad that the mice will flee the farm. This way, we can make both Steve and the mice happy. Good solution, eh? So here you are. Take this to the farm. Hey, if you ever need cheese again, feel free to come here. Even if I'm not here, my cheese is your cheese. Am I missing something? Where did that horse come from? What breed is that? Listen, I haven't been keeping up on the updates coming out, so just note that before you judge me, but I did not know that there were being new coat colors released. I'm usually pretty good at checking, but lately I don't know, I was sick, man. I wasn't really doing anything but getting on and taking care of my horses and then playing Valorant. That's pretty much actually all I was doing while I was sick, besides literally dying. There was one day where I just could not get out of bed or do anything, and Pop-Tart said that I was like talking in my sleep and everything, and I'm like, That's concerning. But yeah, I was not having a fun time. So I haven't been keeping up with the news. I actually have no idea what happened in the last 2 updates. So I'll have to check that after this video. But yeah, that's very pretty and I kind of really want that horse. Anyways, whoa, what is that horrible smell? Oh, I see the cheese. Well, great, I guess. Now you just need to do one more thing for me. Can you please place this very smelly cheese as bait in the traps? Good. That will solve the problem for me until my cat returns. Hurry up and save my farm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wonder if it's like, I highly doubt it. I honestly really highly doubt it because I feel like I would definitely know about that, or maybe you get a quest for finding his cat later. But I really highly doubt that that's a hidden quest. It would just be cool if it was. Or maybe it is and I'm dumb and you can all tell me about it. Because yes, I've been playing this game for a really long time, but there's still, I think there was like a couple things that I learned recently about it where I was just like, oh my gosh, how did I literally never know that? So feel free, if I'm dumb and there's a cat hidden somewhere, or if it's a quest later on, or if I'm just being a silly goose, do tell me. Well done. I hope this will end the mouse invasion and save the farmhouse. I still wonder what's going on underground during the night. That may be the reason for the mouse invasion, but I can't look into that now. That's a little bit eerie too, especially because of the trapdoors that are around everywhere. Just a little bit eerie. But anyways, you're lucky you weren't here this winter, that much I'll tell you. Never seen such a winter. I thought I was in Siberia. It was that cold. I felt sorry for the birds. How were they supposed to find food? And now these mice seem to have eaten all the seeds I had left in the store. If there's someone who has a good quantity of seed, it's Barney over at the silo. Could you go over there and ask him for some? Seeds for the birds. They had a rough winter, eh? Well, we all did, didn't we? I said to the wife that if I didn't know better, I'd say that some gruesome dark power reigned over the island last winter. But maybe I'm just getting old. Older than last year anyway. Oh, I didn't know there was a daytimer here. That sucks. Now I can't even remember. Did I do the story quest? Because I vaguely remember actually talking to Barney already and like going to Silverglade and doing a quest with what's-his-face. I can't remember anything. I probably should have rewatched my last couple of episodes. That probably would have been a little bit helpful. Because I do remember running around here trying to figure out what on earth to do, but I don't think I ever did story quests. I don't think so anyways. Maybe I did. I don't know. But we are going to talk to... I think so anyways. Yeah. We'll talk to Harold here. And I have decided, by the way, while I was running around in silence that you didn't see. So I will do these quests, and then once I get to that day timer thingy, or once I finish the story quest, that part I haven't decided on, I am going to do the Way Over the Water. So I am going to unlock Jarlaheim before I unlock the South of Peninsula, which is going to hurt my brain a little bit, because every time I log on, James is going to be trying to text me and getting a hold of me and whatnot and asking me to come help him, and I'm just going to completely ignore him for the time being. But I think it would make a little bit more sense to actually do these in order, because A Way of the Over the Water is available like pretty much right off the bat. Like if you have Star Rider, you finish the quests with Thomas Moorland, you're unlocking Jarlaheim pretty much immediately. So yeah, I'll just do it that way. But I do want to, since I'm, in Silverglade anyways, I'll just continue on with these. I'm pretty sure I'm continuing on with these at least. I can't remember exactly where I was, but anyways, once a month, we deliver a jar of cookies to the castle. These cardamom cookies are greatly appreciated by the Baroness. Will you take them over there, please? Ride there on the beautiful horse of yours, and you'll get there in no time. Okay, yeah. I definitely got him, like, flour and stuff beforehand. So I was actually supposed to talk to Felix and to Daxton and everybody before I actually started those. So that's unfortunate. But anyways, moving on. Nobody is answering the door. There's nothing to do but head back to the store, unless you want to taste one of those cardamom cookies. They smell divine. As nobody is answering the door, I guess the best thing to do is head back to the store. The castle was closed. Nobody answered the door. Lately there have been some rumors about that place. Someone said they heard what sounded like a young girl crying. Frankly, I don't know what to think. Lately, the Baroness has seemed anxious. Have I heard the crying? I can't say I have. Actually, it kind of sounds like a silly ghost story to me. The Baroness family, the Silverglades, run way back in history. They have been the most influential family in Jorvik since. I don't know when, maybe hundreds of years. Here are some wine bottle samples that the Baroness has requested. See if you can deliver them to the butler. He should be at the vineyard. Ride carefully, the bottles are fragile. I remember this quest. I remember you oh my gosh. I remember you had to legitimately ride carefully the entire way there. And it was so painful. So I'm kind of glad that we can just like run at full speed. I know like some people really liked that interactive part, which I mean like same, I did too. But this long of a run, because quite frankly, it's kind of a long ride to like go at this speed the entire way. I don't think you could try. I think you had to walk the entire way. Like, that's a long ride, in my opinion, so I'm glad. Miss, oh, the bottle samples, great, thank you. What? Yes, the winter has been hard indeed, for the manor as well. How's the Baroness? You heard that she was very busy, I see. Well, one could say that she has a lot on her mind lately with GED exploiting the land and all. She's building a new racetrack as well, which is of course takes a lot of time and effort. But I'll see that she gets these. Certainly, miss. Goodbye. Sorry, a stable? Why, of course we have a stable here. The Silverglade Equestrian Center, the noblest stable in Jorvik, miss. You come from Moorland? Well, you should indeed pay a visit to the Equestrian Center. It houses some of the best performing horses on the island. Why don't you speak to Linda? Hold on. What am I saying? Not Linda. Not Linda, miss. There's other stable girls over there. However, I think one of them is called Judy. Judy will be able to help you. See, this is where I'm like getting suspicious because the person that commented on one of my videos basically said that, I don't know, he shouldn't be saying Linda based on what that person's. I don't even know why I'm trying to hide it. You guys could like literally go back and look at the comment because I don't want to be mean and remove it, but I actually was a little bit tempted because it was a pretty massive spoiler. I just don't know if it's true. And I won't know if it's true until I get there. So, also, where is Sabine's name tag? Non-existent, I suppose. Anyways, this newspaper, I did want to touch on this a little bit. It is, in fact, still here. Okay, I guess I will read it. It's a newspaper from a few months back. The front page story is about the disappearance of Anne von Blissen, the rising star of Jorvik dressage scene. Apparently, she disappeared while at a dressage invitational in France. Her parents are offering a sizable reward for any leads on her whereabouts. Wow, that was actually kind of hard to read. Once again, I got a lot of comments saying why is Anne here? You know, it doesn't make any sense. Why is Lisa there? It doesn't make any sense. It does actually make sense. So the thing is, basically, when we get to Jorvik and go to Jorvik riding camp, they're all fine, they're all together, they're all doing great, they're all getting ready to leave on these trips that they were going on. Then they leave on these trips that they were going on shortly after we leave the Jorvik riding camp. It's probably like maybe a day or 2 or 3 later that they leave. Then as we're progressing through the story and once we finally get to Linda and Alex, this is when they've gone missing, yada yada yada. So at this point in the story, when we finally make it to Silverglade Manor, Anne at least has gone missing, and I think she's actually is the first to go missing, so it makes sense. Trust me, it wasn't like some fluke. I thought it was at first, that it was like they forgot their entire story. They didn't. They just like had you meet everybody in the beginning, and then shortly after everybody goes missing. So, hi Vandella, of course I know who you are. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Judy, by the way. I spoke to Thomas Moorland earlier and he told me that you and Lost Rain are really great together. Like you truly bonded. That makes me happy since Lost Rain is the horse I used to ride when I first started out as a stable girl in Moorland. He's a wonderful horse and deserves a rider that understands him. I don't like that. I don't like that you've ridden my horse before. I'm sorry, but I don't. Anyway, we're short on people here since Linda went away. Thomas said that if you happen to come by, I should ask you if you would be willing to help out a bit here. By the way, in case anyone like wasn't paying attention to the story, we're actually supposed to switch stables to here. We're supposed to move from Moorland to Silverglade, which I'm actually going to do. So as I literally just did, yeah. Once you get to this point in the story, you're actually supposed to live at Silverglade Equestrian Center, and you're actually supposed to move away from Moorland. So yeah, if you're following the story, once you get here, move to Silverglade, or don't. I don't know. You can have your home stable wherever you want, but if you're following it to a T, like I'm trying to, move to Silverglade Equestrian Center. Have you met the Baroness yet? No, it doesn't surprise me. She's been almost hysterical lately. At least the times I have seen her. It seems like she's spending more and more time inside the castle. God knows what she's doing. Will you please help out in the stable until Thomas needs you again? Thanks. Okay, so what I need you to do is give the horses hay and water, groom them, and muck out the boxes. You can do this whenever you feel it's needed. You'll find the detailed information on the notice board in the yard. I will be around if you need anything, but I doubt that you will have any problems. You look like a smart girl. What we actually need help with, though, are water pipes for the irrigation system in the fields. We just turned the water on and now the pipes are leaking. They must have cracked during the hard winter. Do you think you could try to locate the leaks? Right over there on Lost Rain, the terrain is a bit troublesome to walk on for you and me. When you find a leak, turn the faucet to stop the water at that spot. You found all the leaks. Fantastic. I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to have you here. Okay, and then the next is Carney's quests here. I heard you were riding around and was hoping that I could ask you for a favor. The thing is, we're doing some tests in the soil around the vineyards, and the results should be ready by now. Could you check them for me, please? I'm also gonna grab the other one that he has for me. Do you know what? Could you get me a shoot from one of the grapevines as well? we'll perform tests on that too. Use these garden shears. I asked Sonia to look, but she couldn't find any. You know, I just realized I have to redo all the garden quests. I kind of love and hate those quests at the same time because it's really nice seeing this the vineyard complete, but at the same time I feel like it takes so long to do. And with that said, by the way, there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I'm doing off camera. I already have, like, if I get reputation quests, I'm gonna be doing them off camera so I can make sure that I'm like doing them when it's time so I can actually progress through the story that way, I guess, without it taking 18 million years. I'm definitely biting off a lot more than I can chew because I already know like how many reputation quests there are and how many of them I'm gonna unlock just like pretty much at the same time, and it's gonna be interesting, but hopefully I'll be able to actually stick to it and genuinely like get on every day and making sure that I'm continuing with them, so when I complete those reputation quests, like it kind of aligns with the story well enough. I hope, at least. I don't know. Interesting, very interesting. Thank you so much for helping me with this. That's it. Thank you, Vanilla. You've been so helpful. Here are some tools that you can use to fix the leaky pipes. That's all. That's all the instructions she's giving me. She's just like, oh, by the way, here. I could have been just going off doing my own thing, and she was just like, nah, come here, fix the pipes. Okay, great. Let's hope the pipes don't need fixing for a while. We've got other more important things to do. You did a great job on the pipes, Mandela. The Baroness herself was here earlier and complained about the leak. She will be absolutely thrilled that you fixed them. You know what? You should go over to the castle and tell her. Then you'll get a chance to introduce yourself. The Baroness is a really useful person to know around here. If you're ever in trouble, she will be able to help you with almost anything. If you make a good impression on her, that is. That's funny. She tells me to go over to the castle, but the Baroness isn't at the castle. She's just kind of casually sitting over here. Was she at the castle originally? Why do I feel like she was at the castle originally? She was definitely at the castle originally. Okay, anyways. Good day, my dear, and who might you be? Vendella? Oh, you work in the stable, I see. I'm delighted to hear that you fixed the leaks and that you sent the grapevines off to be analyzed. Very good indeed. I'm afraid you'll have to be off now, though, since I have a lot of work to get through. I'm a little stressed out at the moment, as you might be able to tell. Can you help? Well, I'm sure you can't help any more than you already have, my dear. These are some big issues I'm dealing with right now. I'm sure you've already heard about the construction company doing their best to destroy my lands. Global energy domination. Have you ever heard of such a fat-headed, ridiculous name? They actually started drilling for oil next to my vineyards. Now our upcoming harvest will be the poorer than ever. Oh my, I feel like a terrible evil has come to this island. Wow, that was like some interesting timing to get James's text just then, but we're just gonna read her whatchamacallit thing. Oh my, what on earth? What is that? What is happening? Look at this.
Gam Gam?
Gam.
How does that even happen?
I don't know.
Like, do they render a full 3D model every time this page pops up?
Probably.
Why don't they just show a PNG?
I don't know. But yeah, I bet you it is a full... I mean, it obviously is,
Even a
considering
JPEG would
circumstances.
work. Like, what the...
Yeah. Baroness Annabelle Silverglade is the matriarch of the Silverglades, one of the most prestigious families in all of Jorvik. She owns Silverglade Manor, the surrounding vineyards, the nearby Equestrian Center, and even the Silverglade Castle. Imagine owning your own castle. Even though she can't ride anymore, horses are still her greatest passion. Since her husband passed away, her primary companion is her trusty butler. She has several adult children, but none of them have seemed to share the Baroness' love of horses. Now, how sad that her greatest passion is something she can't even share with her family. I figured that was probably a pretty good spot to stop this video. But these are the exact issues that I'm talking about that I can't record. I just filmed this outro kind of like just by itself. And I didn't record my voice, so I'm having to do a voiceover here with just this footage that just for some reason doesn't, I don't know. I don't understand why everything keeps breaking, but man, it's starting to get to me a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm starting to lose my mind ever so slightly, but you know what? It's okay. Anyways, as I was saying before OBS decided that it didn't want to listen to my voice at all, I don't really have much to say about this episode. I kind of already said everything that I wanted to say. The one thing I was talking about was that it's so difficult to plan out these episodes because of how chaotic the quests get and how there just really doesn't feel like there's much order to follow. Like, for example, if you're following along, when you get to the Silverglade quest, when you first unlock Silverglade, I would recommend talking to Felix first, and then talking to Daxton, and then talking to Harold and get the flower for him and everything, and then move on to the Silverglade Equestrian Center once it prompts you to. But like, I kind of did that all backwards because Felix will introduce you ultimately to Steve, Will, and Barney as well. So just make sure you're doing those ones first if you're wanting to follow along, so you're following in order if you'd like to. But anyways, other than that, I don't really have much else to say. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do comment, do like, it really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.